I will tell you. I'll tell you about my MacBook. Give me 1 second. Let's just actually let's talk about this because it's just 1 minute for us to get started. So, the MacBook tragedy. Let me tell you. Yeah, the keyboard is not really working. Actually, a lot of keys are not working. Some keys are working, some keys are not. So it is a problem. Even if it's just one key not working, it is already a big problem. So the solution is let's have an external keyboard and then we can work with that. So I decided not to buy yet a Mac keyboard. In the long term, that should be the solution, but I just got another external keyboard, a Windows keyboard, and I plug it in. It's working. It's working with a Windows keyboard. And if there are any specific Mac keys, those specific keys are still working in the keyboard. So again, it's kind of sorted out without me spending one penny. Okay, so I'm glad about that. So again, I'm happier with that. So thank you for asking, Anaya. Thank you so much for asking about that. Well, the younger one, I decided not to give her a hard time because she was the one, but her intention was good, that she was trying to clean. So I didn't want to give her a hard time. I just told that we should not be using cleaning products on a laptop. And the older one, well, the older one, she doesn't really care too much. I'm having a hard time with the older one to do her homework, her assignments. Those 3 months with COVID, I don't know. I mean, she has not done much. It's been for younger students that are not in college yet, no, primary and secondary, high school. It's very hard for them to get used to a new routine and to have self discipline. To work from home, to study from home, you need a lot of self discipline. You know that. You all you need to have a lot of self discipline to go through this. So for younger students, it's very tough. The younger you are, the tougher it is. We have a harder time with our 8-year-olds and our 14 years olds. She has about 21 assignments that she needs to deliver before the end of the month. So let's see. Anyway, yes, Ashik, yeah, it is tough. But yeah, well, what can we do? Uh, I'm not gonna go in fighting modes all day long. I have to compromise. Anyway, glad to have you all around to wrap things up for this week. Yes, we don't have any other option, Samira. Yep, we don't. And again, as adult learners, we know better. So again, we can self-discipline ourselves, but for younger learners, this is very very tough. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Ashik. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Anyway, get down to business here. So, end of our third week. Time flies, isn't it? Time really flies. We are already at the end of our third week. So, today I have, as I quickly mentioned to you yesterday, I have something a little bit different for us to do. Okay? I'm just gonna reconnect with where we left off yesterday. So, yesterday we were discussing about essential C# features. And by the way, this is on chapter 4 of the book. And we talked about a few of them. We talked about null condition operator. We talked about string interpolation and collection initializers. I spoke about them. You did your research. So hopefully those topics are okay with you. Now, we have 5 additional topics. And here's how we're gonna handle those. Actually, you will be the ones taking care of them. And I'm gonna tell you how. First of all, this is not graded, so don't worry about perfection. I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm looking for progress and for participation, not perfection, okay? Good afternoon, Ritesh. Good to see you. So, we're gonna be talking about 4, 5, 6, and 7. Pattern matching, extension methods, lambda expressions, and link, and type inference. Asynchronous methods, we may leave that one for later in the course, once we get to need that topic, okay? We may not have time for that. But for those 4 topics, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna be breaking down everybody that is here in up to 8 groups. So we're gonna break you down in 8 groups maximum, and each group will be responsible to cover one of the topics, okay? So if you are group 1, you're gonna get pattern matching. If you are group 2, and it goes like that. Let me just paste that, because I have that already sorted out. So depending on your group number, and I have already your groups, kind of, the ones that give me your names that you want to work together. So depending on your group numbers, if you have already given me names before, I have them already with me, so I have them saved. So no need to give me right away. So this is section 3. Okay, so as I said, I'll be breaking down the group in up to 8 groups. Each group will keep one topic, and you're gonna have a PDF to read about it, and you may want to Google, you may want to do a little bit of research on your own to find further information about that, okay? I'll be sharing with you a slide template that you're gonna fill out to build your presentation. Your presentation doesn't have to be long. It can be a 5 minutes presentation. I'm going to demonstrate. I have picked null condition operator to demonstrate and give you an example of what is it that I'm expecting you to have ready at the end of the working time. You're gonna have about 50 minutes to an hour to work in groups, do your research, and put together your presentation. I'll be walking around within the groups, checking if anyone needs any help. But let me present you the example, null condition operator, okay? If you go to Centennial, under week 3, so Centennial, content, week 3, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I meant to send this message to everybody. So this is not graded, okay? So again, this is not graded. This is just an in-class activity, okay? So if you go to week 3, there are some links at the very top. The first one is a template. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do with that template. The second one is an example. An example using the topic of null condition operator. I'm gonna open that so I can demonstrate, give you an example. We're gonna be using, instead of PowerPoint, you're gonna be using Google Slides, because then you can share the link within the group, so everyone in the group can work together at the same time within the presentation, okay? So let me present this. So the first one is just a general introduction. You can put the group member names at the very bottom. Then you put your topic, the topic name that your group has been assigned to. Then you're gonna say the objectives of your presentation will be to get familiar with the topic at hand. It might be one of those 4. What is it? How to use it? And when to use it. Okay, you have to think about those things in your work, in your presentation. Then you go about talking about what is that feature. In my case here, what is the null condition operator? Well, this is the operator. It's a question mark and a dot. It's used to test for nulls, and you can use it within a chain without causing exceptions if there are null objects in the chain. That's how you would explain that. And then you can show how you can use it. You can show a fragment of code. Okay. Each one of the PDFs that I have provided for each topic, there is an example there, so you can use that code as an example. You don't need to come up with an example on your own. You can use the example in the code, and you can mention when is it that you're gonna use that feature. What is the situation that you're gonna use that feature? That might be a question. Sometimes might be a little bit hard to answer, but that's why you're gonna have some time to think about that and talk about that within your group. Then you can do a demonstration, maybe using the code that has been provided in the PDF. Okay, you can do a code demonstration, and if you have links that you found on the web that will help with that topic, you may want to share them within the last slide for more information. You may have links for additional information. Okay, at the very end, you summarize, you say that this was a topic that has been covered, and you can mention what you understood about the topic, and you just wrap things up. And that's about it. Okay, so that's an example of how you can put this together. The other link is a presentation template. All of you, or at least one of each group, will open this template, and you will be creating a copy of this template, because this template is read-only. You can only see it. However, you can create a copy for yourself. So if you go to File, Make Copy, Entire Presentation, you're going to create a copy of this presentation so that you, within your group, can create your presentation. I don't want you to start from scratch. I want you to start from this template, so it will help you out. So in the template, you have the elements. You have the topic name. Samira, what is a code demonstration? Code demonstration here, you can just use PowerPoint the slides as well with fragments of codes, or if you would rather have it running on Visual Studio, you can show on Visual Studio as well. I'll leave it up to you, either as a slide or code demonstration on Visual Studio. Okay? So the template, you just have to fill it out. What is the objective? What is the topic about? How to use it? You just have to fill it up. When to use it? There is a code demonstration. For more information, you can put some links, and then you can give a quick summary. Your presentation doesn't need to be longer than 5 minutes, okay? You have the option for one person in the group to demonstrate, to present, or like I saw other groups doing, one person presents 1 or 2 slides, the other person presents the next slide. You can organize that the way you want. However, do it with voice, of course. If you want to do a video, that's fine as well. Screen sharing for sure. So at the very least, voice and screen sharing. The objective of this exercise is 1, you got familiarized with the topic. 2, you explain the topic to your colleagues, okay? And 3, you're gonna get to know how to do online presentations. You may have done a lot of in-class presentations. Now it's your opportunity to do online presentation, okay? Great. Okay, so questions? Anything so far? Anyone in the chat? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at Padlet. By the way, as you get your presentations done, you're gonna share your group number, the topic name, and the presentation URL on Padlet. Okay, you can share a presentation, a slide on Google, you can share a Google Slides by clicking the share button. And then when you click share, you can say change, and you can click on view. Anyone with the link can view. If you don't do that and you share your link, it's gonna ask for username and password. You should do this so that anyone could click the link of your presentation and could see it. Okay, at the very least see it. If you get stuck there, I can help you out. Again, don't get worried. Don't be worried. Just work within the group. Make it dynamic within the group. Open the mic. Work together. I want to see interaction there. Okay. How can I download the slides, Samira? That's what I mentioned a second ago. So you're gonna download the template. Actually, you're gonna create a copy. You don't need to download. You create a copy to your own Google account. So when you open this link to the template, you're gonna go File, Make a Copy, Entire Presentation. By doing that, you're gonna create a copy of this template to your Google account. And then you can modify from there. Does it make sense, Samira? Okay, great. Any questions, concerns, anything in the chat? Let me see if this is all. Okay, yep. As I said, you're gonna have about 50 minutes to get it done. 50 minutes to an hour. I will be communicating with all of you via broadcast within the breakout rooms. I'll also be visiting the different breakout rooms to see if you need any help. Remember, within the breakout room, if you have a question for me, you can always click the button that says ask for help. Then I will get a message and I can join your breakout room. In case I don't join right away, it's because I'm helping another group, but then I will be going to yours after that. Yes, you need to present this on this class to the entire group. Yes, at the very end, once we're done with the activity, we're gonna come back to the entire class. I'm gonna go group by group, and then you have 5 minutes to present that. Again, it might be just one person in the group. It might be a combination of someone presents one part, someone else presents another part. Okay? I see the note about adding. Yes, I will make sure that your request I will add you to the correct group. Okay? Anyone else? Any other groups? Sorry, any other questions? I have the group names. I have, let me see here. Yeah, I know everybody that got in touch with me about, let me see here. Okay, so I think that I have the groups correctly. If by any chance I misplace anyone, just reach out and ask me to place somewhere else. That's fine. Just do that. Everybody will have a number. Christine, don't worry about that. So again, don't worry about that. As you get to your group, I'm going to paste this on Padlet. If you don't have a group, that's fine. Whoever did not ask for a group initially, I'm going to allocate you on one of the existing groups, okay? Don't worry, everybody will get assigned to a group, either pre-established group or a group that I will form as we open the breakout rooms. Don't worry, everybody will have a room, okay? Will have a group. Okay, let me just check one thing here. Okay, so again, if no one has any other questions, I'm just going to start to break out the groups. Okay, don't worry, Tash. Yes, I'll make sure of that. As I said, if I misplace anyone, let me know and I will move you around, okay? There is nothing written in stone here. Good, okay. Red, set, go. Actually, it's not red, set, go, because I have to do the manual thing, you know, so it's actually quite some. Okay, there is a group that is quite big. There's 5 people in the group. Okay, that's fine. But again, don't ask me to add anyone else because 5 is already a lot. Okay, should be between 2 to 4, but I'm gonna give you a break. Okay. Hello, hello.
Hi, sir.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're still reading, I guess.
That's okay. That's okay. Reading is good.
Yeah.
Reading
We're
is
good,
good.
sir.
Anything that I can help you with?
I just wanted to clarify. So we're in breakout room 1. So that means we're group 1, right?
Correct. Correct.
So
yes.
we're gonna be the first one to go.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the first one to go, but your topic is pattern matching.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So again, I may change the order of presentation, but your topic, just know that your topic is pattern matching. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else?
Thanks, sir.
No, not really.
Okay, so you know where to find me if you need some help.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
No problem.
I got one from website. Like there are 4 or 5 rules about using it. So
Okay.
I would share that. I've already shared, I guess.
Don't copy it here. Please don't copy
No,
on
no,
this slide.
no, no,
What,
no, I'm not
what is the
copying.
topic in next?
Rewrite the lines. You know, it's very like 4 or 5 rules are very.
Yeah, I will rewrite it. So what I was telling is that we can individually do something, right?
Any help, everyone? Any
Hello,
do you need
Professor.
any help?
No, sir.
No, sir, no, it's clear.
It's clear. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this group is so big, it's more like a party, not a group, you know. Okay. Anything that I can help with?
It's good, sir. We are working on it now.
Okay.
We are doing good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. So you have about 20 minutes, okay, to carry on, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, doc. So again, if you need some help, you know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I think the first one is okay. Yeah, the S, no, a little, yeah, this one. You can just take S equal greater than the expression, lambda expression, S dot age greater than 12. You can just pick this one out.
Okay. Hello. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good.
Great, sir.
So let me ask you this: which topic are you guys covering?
Lambda expression.
Lambda and Nick.
You are breakout room 4, correct?
No, free.
No, we are
third.
3.
Well, you are breakout room 4.
Oh,
No.
No?
Really?
Oh,
Really?
actu-
But we
sorry,
saw
no,
that we are 3.
No. Sorry. My bad. I just saw. You're right. You're right. Sorry about that. I just saw it out of order here. My confusion. Okay.
No, it's okay.
How are you guys doing? Anything that I can help you with?
Yeah, just one doubt that we are given 2 topics in one, right? Lambda and link. So we can add new slides here for link.
You can. I like them together because usually when you, at least from a link perspective, usually when you are dealing with link, we are dealing with lambda expressions most often. And so I like them to go hand in hand, but yes, you can add more slides if you want, no problem. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing right now.
So, Professor, so
Yes.
what we can do is we have some expression like we have lambda along with link, so we can put just that also. We can
Sure.
use that. Okay.
Sure, you can. Again, there's no right or wrong here. It's just, think of what you want to present, organize your information there, present. And if I have anything to say during the presentation, I'll mention that, okay? But again,
Okay.
there's no right or wrong. Just give your best shot there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So if you need any help, let me know. You have about, let me see here, about 15 minutes to get things wrapped up. 15 to 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
I'll keep you posted as we get closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye now.
Right.
Hello. Anybody at home?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All here.
Awesome.
Welcome to our base.
Awesome. Thank you. Anything that I can help help the group?
I think we're fine for now.
All good?
Yes, so we're doing good.
Fine. Okay. So you have another around 15 to 20 minutes, okay? I will keep you posted as the time goes by, but about 15 to 20.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So I'll see you guys later.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Hello. Anyone home?
Hello. Yep.
Sir.
Anything I can help you with? Anything?
Okay, almost
You
done.
wanna?
Almost done. Good.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Awesome. You still have about 15 minutes to wrap things up, so I think that you are ahead of the game, so I'll keep you posted as we get closer, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Perfect. Okay, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Hello. Anybody home?
Hello, sir.
Hello. How is everything progressing? Any help needed?
We are already starting editing on the slides.
Okay, awesome. You have another 15 to 20 minutes, okay?
Is there like a time or something?
Yeah, so 15 to 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Sure,
you-
okay, sure.
So, Anderson, this is we are a member of 3 group, yeah? 3 people, yeah?
Sorry, say that again.
We are here 3 people, yeah?
Yes, 3 people, correct.
Yeah. One of our team member has no microphone.
That's fine.
Deepika, she just texting us. So yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. So again, let's do the best we can with what we have, what each one of us has. Okay.
Okay, sure. No problem. We'll if any problem, we'll seek help from you.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll be around and I will keep you notified as we get closer to the timing. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll talk to you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A particular, I guess, link function to call a certain whatever. But I think the benefit with a method is that if you're going to call that, if you're going to call the method throughout the code, it's easier to create one method and call it throughout the code. But if you're going to use it one time, you might as well use Lambda.
Yeah, right.
This is good. I like the explanation.
Oh, thank you.
How is everybody doing?
We're trying to figure out.
So far, progress.
Awesome. I just want to want to see if you need any help, and we have yet another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay.
Oh, I think we have to start making more.
Yeah, so maybe it's time for you to get your ideas together and then start to, again, there's no perfection here. What we have is whatever you were able to collect, try to organize that in a way that makes some sense, and then we present, and that's fine. No perfect. We don't need perfection. We need progress here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. So again, do you need any help? Anything that I can assist?
Okay. Did you guys have any questions?
No.
Not for now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So in about 15 minutes, I'm gonna just let you know that the time is coming up, and we're gonna be reconvening just around 3:50 more or less. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll be around in case you need any help.
Okay. Thank you.
Talk to you in a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Need more time, Professor.
We
What is
are
that?
done, Professor.
Say it again.
We are done with it.
No, we need more time.
Okay, so here's the thing. We don't have more time because otherwise nobody will be able to present. So if you got it done, great. If you didn't, it gets to your point. Maybe you present what you have done. Don't worry. There's no judgment here. There's just progress. So whatever state you are in, your group is in, what I would recommend is post the topic, the link to the shared slides, and the group number on Padlet so that we can, at some point, we can see them, okay? But you're gonna have the opportunity to demonstrate by yourself. So again, don't worry. If you if they didn't really finish, that's fine. But we need to keep moving forward, okay? So the ideas we share here on Padlet. Before we start sharing, and I hope that you have seen that I would like to start with type inference by group number 4. So group number 4, get your ducks in a row, and we'll talk in a second. I'm gonna do a quick attendance here, okay? So if you hear your name, just say hi, hello in the chat, Andrew, Ashik, Asmita, Deepika. Ashik, okay, Andrew, Deepika, you're there. Yep. Dharmik, Diraj, Philippe. Dharmik, Diraj, and Philippe.
Here.
Philippe, yep. Okay. Gurneet, Hansel, Harry. Gurneet, Hansel, Harry. Hansel is there. Hansel. Gurneet, I don't see you. Harry, I don't see you. Hossein, Jangjit, and Jaitan. Hossein is there. Jaitan is not. Jangjit, are you around? I think you are around, no? John Aveniro, Mary Christine, and Minu. Mary Christine is there. John is there. Jangjit, no, Jangjit is not around. Minu is not around. Parwinder, Prablin, Raul. Parwinder, Prablin, and Raul. Shikia, Ritesh, and Samira. Ritesh is there. Shikia is there. And Samira also. Sanshit, Sanjib, and Ali Reza. Sanshit, Sanjib, and Ali Reza. Ali Reza, I think I saw you. Shivansh, Siran, and Siranjit. Siranjit, Shivansh, Siranjit. So Siran Sahota, I don't see you, Siran. And Ali Reza. Ali Reza, I don't see you either. Okay. Sarab, Steve, and Theory Kine. Christine. Steven is there. Sarab is there. And Theory Kine. Christine is not there, so absent. Okay. Okay. So let me see here. Group number 4. Are you guys ready to help me out here?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. So let me, I'm going to stop presenting and then you will be able to present. Let me see. I think I have to set some settings here. Allow participants. Okay, so I think that now if you hit share, you're going to be able to share your presentation, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll let you take over.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we are.
Good evening, everybody. So we are group number 4 and we are working on type inference today. We are Hassan, Prablin, and Philip. So this is one of the topics in week 3. The objectives that we are going to cover today is to get familiar with type inference. What is it? How to use it? And when to use it? The first is, what is type inference? As we all know, that C# is a strongly typed language. We have to declare variables with a specific data type before we start using them. For example, in this statement, if we say string name is equals to type inference, so name is the variable which has to be declared explicitly of some valid data type. But type inference helps us that local variables can also be declared without giving an explicit type. If I say var name is equals to type inference, that compiler at the compile time would automatically see type inference to be of type string, and it will allot that data type to the variable that is name, and our data type var would store string in it. The var keyword instructs the compiler to infer the type of the variable from the expression that is on the right side of the initialization statement or equals to operator. The purpose of implicit types is to store any data type in a variable. If I have initialized this variable name to be of type inference, and at some time I am reinitializing it with an integer value that is name is equals to 25, then compiler would throw an error. It would say that it cannot convert type string to int. But how does it know that it is of type string when I have not mentioned string in the expression? So this is the magic of var. The compiler infers the type of the variable based on the value assigned to it initially.
So hi everyone. So in terms of how can we use it, the var keyword can be used in a variety of scenarios. So the first one is var I equals 20. So in this case, the compiler will automatically deduce that the type of the variable is an integer. And then the next case we have is var name equals type inference. So in this case, the compiler deduces that this is a string type of variable. And then the next one, we can even use it in for loops as well, regular for loops, as well as the for each loops. So var I equals 0, I is less than 10. So that means there's going to be 10 iterations of this loop. So these are some of the ways in which the var keyword can be used. And in terms of when to use it, type inference is best suited for use when the developer or the coder does not know in advance what kind of information a variable will contain. But what that individual does know is that this variable will be needed in this program. So therefore, they declare the variable. And then once they assign the value to the variable, the compiler will automatically deduce the type of the variable based on the right side of the initialization statement. So it's, I think, best used in ambiguous situations in which the coder does not know what kind of information will be stored, but they know that this information will be needed. So that's why they declare it as var.
So on this code demonstration, we can see the examples of usage. As you can see at this point here, at where the products are declared, the array at this point, the compiler does not know exactly what's going to be produced, what kind of data would be in that array. And so once it's completed, once the code is compiled, the array will define which kind of element will be defined, and that's it. In this case here, an example would be the output will be iPhone, iPad, iMac, and Apple TV, for example. And yeah, and to summarize, the type of object, once the type object is not known until the code is compiled, we do not know what type of name to use. This is why var comes in very handy, since we're letting the compiler define the type for us.
That is great. Awesome. Yeah. I love that. Very good job. Given that you had just, a very short amount of time, I really, really like the presentation. Well done, the three of you. Well done. Good job.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
No problem at all. I just want to add just a quick note here, not about the presentation, but about some specific note about type inference. Let me just share my screen for a second. Okay. Okay, so can you just confirm that you can see me? Oh, sorry, not see me. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So again, thanks so much. Thank you, the three of you. You did an awesome job. One thing that I would like to highlight is the fact that C# is a strongly typed language. That means that the variables, we need to know their types before we can use them. So even though, let me zoom this, I'm just opening the PDF. Even though we may not have the type up front and we may have var, however, as was mentioned in the presentation, you did mention that, very good. If we assign, in this case, a number, an integer, on the right hand side, j becomes an integer, even though it was initially a var. And if you try to use j later in the code as a string, it's gonna fail. So C# is still a strongly typed language, even though it has a var. It has the implicit type var, because j becomes strongly typed after it gets assigned. Okay, one is explicit, the other one is implicit, but it's still strongly typed. Okay, so again, really like the presentation. What I would like to do next, I would like to move to a very important topic. And by the way, we will not be able to go through each presentation. However, what I'm going to do is I'm teaching 3 sections. So some sections, they have been able to present one topic, another topic, the other section was able to present the other ones. I'm going to break down on smaller videos of each presentation so that you, on your own time, can review each one of the presentations about that particular topic, okay? On your own time. What I would like to do, because I think it's one of the most important topics of those 8, I would like to jump to, let me see here. I would like to jump to group number 3 about lambda expressions and link. Are you guys ready to jump on that? Group number 3. Let me see who are you? So 3, yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's let me see here. Who's group number 3 there?
Hi, Professor.
Hey, okay, hey, Sanshit. Okay, so so I'm gonna stop sharing. Are you okay to move forward?
Yeah, we are not ready, but we'll present, no problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing, and can you give it a try and try to share?
Yeah, just give me a second.
No problem.
Is it visible, Professor?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Professor, and hello, everyone. My name is Sanchit, and we are going to present on lambda expression. My team members are Ashik and Samira. I think they can listen us, can they?
Everybody can hear you.
Okay. So the objective is to getting familiar with lambda expressions and with link queries. So we'll be seeing basically 3 things in this presentation. The first one is what is lambda expression and link queries, how to use this thing, and when should we actually use it. So going on the first thing, what is lambda expression and link? So as you can see on the screen, the first thing is the operator. It is the equal to sign and the greater than sign. These both combinedly form the lambda operator. And this is actually used when we want to create an anonymous function. So basically there are 2 types of lambda expressions that are stated over here. The first one is the expression lambda and the second is the statement lambda. In expression lambda, we used to pass the input parameters, and after the lambda operator, we can pass the expression that we want to execute, or we can say we want to evaluate. The same thing is done in statement lambda too, but here we can pass a list of expression, a list of statements. So we need curly braces over there. And link, what is link? Basically, link is a language integrated query which works with the C# framework to query the uh, data storage thing we can say. Actually, I don't have much idea about link, so if it is possible, then I'll like to call Ashik or Samira to explain a bit about link.
Hi, Professor. Hi, everyone. So I'm Ashik. Actually, I have myself not like a bit. I have a bit of experience of Link. So, actually, as far as I know, is the where we use as query language, like where, select, order by, which we use in SQL. So the select, it will select the field. I mean the variable which we want to select, and the where is like a condition. So if we want like age greater than 12 or age less than 12, something like this. And the order by is like, we will order like either by ascending order. And,
Okay, so now we'll go to the second thing, that is how to use it. So basically you will see that most of the time Lambda is used with link. So here we have given an easy example for that. Like suppose you want to query in an object whose name is persons, then we can pass the where clause which we actually pass in the SQL or NoSQL query. The same thing we can pass over here. There's a method called where in link which we can use, and in that where we can pass the lambda expression which will be evaluated, executed, and then it will return the output to us. The same way the next example is given, where we can briefly see that we can query the string thing from using from, group by, order by, and we can also select from it. The next thing is when should we use this? So mostly we use this when we want to reduce the line of code. We can call a function, but we have to create that function. We have to pass parameters to it, write braces, and then write our code inside that function. But if we want to reduce the line of code, then we can use lambda expressions. So, and also it is used when we want to initialize an object without explicitly calling its constructor. So here we can see that sorry, we have not provided an example for that. Sorry for that, but we can call.
We have an example after that.
Yeah, here it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we can see that we can like initialize an object without calling its a constructor explicitly. And here in this code, we can see that how we have used link with lambda expression. We have created a list of students. Student is a POJO, we can say and a plain old class, or we can say a model class, which is having four properties: ID, name, and age. Three properties, sorry. So we have created a list of student, and we can query that using the link by calling its different method like where, select, and we have passed the lambda expression inside that method. So we got the like all the information from these sources, and to summarize all this thing, we can only say that will mostly see lambda and link together working very frequently, and we use mostly link to query the data quickly and efficiently, and lambda expressions to quickly execute any expressions. That's it from the slides. We know that we have not done much work, but this is the best we could do to cover both the topics together in 40 minutes, I guess.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. I really like that. Don't stop sharing yet. I just want to ask you, can you present again and just go back a few slides?
Yeah, sure.
And so because I just want to highlight one thing. So again, great job. Also, very, very good. Go to the next one. I think it's the next one. Yes. So stick around on that one. So just to add to what the group has mentioned, again, great presentation as well. I just want to highlight the fact that link is an extension library. It's an extension library that will allow us to extend our collections, the methods available to collections, like persons here. Persons is a collection, well, let's just assume for a second, it's a collection of person that has a name, a country, maybe an address, and then we have methods like where, select, order, that will allow us to query, to filter, to order, to sort that data sets, that collection of in this case, of persons, okay? And here, look, one very interesting thing about Lambda and link in particular as well is that, look, this where is a method, but we are also sending to this method not only a value parameter, because we are used to work with parameters and we are used to think about parameters as values, but we can actually also pass functions, methods as parameters as well. And that's the other side of the Lambda expression. You see, when you say where p dot country is different than US, what you are actually saying, this is actually what is the name? It's an anonymous method here that doesn't have a name. So we are adding a filtering condition. We are saying not only sends, not only apply where to persons, but also apply this filter here. And by the way, what P is, P on the left hand side and P on the right hand side. P is just one item in this collection. You could have called it person X ABC one, not the 1 2 3 because it's a number, but you could have called it anything. It doesn't need to be P. However, you need whatever you call on the left hand side, you have to call on the right hand side. Okay? So if you call it P in the left hand side, it has to be called P on the left hand side. It has to be consistent. Okay? So we're gonna be using link in Lambda quite a lot throughout this course. Whenever we want to sort data, filter data, search data, we're gonna be using that. That's why I wanted to highlight this particular topic here. So, because we only have an additional 4 minutes here, I don't want to rush the next group. As I said, I'll be sharing, beginning of next week, I'll be sharing the presentations of the different groups on different topics so that you can review those presentations on your own time. And usually those presentations, they will have my comments at the end of it, like I'm doing right now with Lambda and Link. Any questions? Any questions from anyone? I don't see question. Again, Lambda is not something that simple, that easy. By the way, please, I'm gonna share my screen for a second here. Let me see. Okay, share screen. So I would like to ask for everyone, as I said before, just share your group number and your presentation URL on Padlet so that I can save this and I can use that as a reference point, okay? Again, any questions? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at Padlet as well. I know sometimes Link has specialized syntax. Like contain. Yes, it does have. So Link, actually, there are two ways that Link can be used. It can be used with, actually, let me just move this over. It can be used like this with methods like where, minimum, or it can be used as expressions as well. With methods or with expressions, I'm particular more inclined to use with methods. I don't use too much with expressions. However, if you want to try that, you can. But yes, it has contain. It has actually contain. Sorry. Contain is actually part of it's actually a string method, you know. So you can validate inside the string. So I don't think that, no, I don't think that contain is a method of link. Contains is a method of strings, okay? So you can evaluate inside like this example. You can evaluate inside if a string contains a certain string as well, a certain character, you know? If it's true, it's gonna return to the set. If it's false, it's not gonna return. So, Hussein, is link the Microsoft version of SQL? Well, Hussein, Microsoft has SQL Server as well. So again, Microsoft is well served with SQL. Link is a querying language embedded into C#, you know. So again, if you know SQL, if you know SQL syntax, you will do just fine with link because it's very similar. However, as I said, there are two ways to use link: as SQL expressions, which is very, very similar to SQL Server, or as methods like this. I'm inclined to use methods, but you can use either one. So is it, sorry, you asked that privately. Sometimes I miss the privately part. So again, link is not so much, link, I can say that it's the C# version of, if I could put it this way, of SQL, you know. That's about it. Again, I know that not everybody likes group work, nor doing an impromptu presentation, but this helps to force you to move out of your comfort zone and do something that you're not used to. So I appreciate the fact that the work that all of you have done, and your links will be stored, will be saved. Thank you for the work. I really appreciate that. Great work, everyone. I really, really like that. So that's it. It's 4:20. I have 10 minutes to get into another class or to get to a repeat of this class. Thanks so much, Sanchit. Again, great job, everyone. Not only for the ones that have presented, but for the ones that have not presented and did the work. Again, thank you so much for having the work done. I'll see you all next week. By the way, bonus number 4 has been released. You can see the details under week 3 on Centennial. It's very simple. It's talking about Razor syntax. Have a look. Submit before the beginning of your next class. I still have to open the folder. I know that. I still have to open that, okay? But that's it. Have a great weekend. Talk to you guys. Enjoy. Talk to you guys next week.